say we get this rolling because Tempo Storm and Construction Crew, it is 1-0 for the big dogs. Construction Crew got to be feeling good on this map. As you said, they did win already once on it. We'll have to see if they can do it again because first pick, first ban this time has the honors of Tempo Storm.
They banned Zagara, and Construction Crew did not this time ban as Zeratul. They chose to ban Jaina. So what did Tempo Storm pick up? Insta Zeratul for Zuna.
I'm totally doing the wrong teams, I think, here. Yep. All right, let's just try all that again.
All right. So Tempo Storm banned Zagara, and Construction Crew banned Jaina.
Cool.
And then Tempo Storm picked up Zeratul. And now Construction Crew once again prioritizing Uther. So they've shown that they really prefer to have him as their support. It's not Brightwing though. It is Uther. And they're going to grab Kael'thas as well.
But it wasn't Construction Crew that was running Brightwing in the previous game series. It was Crimson Mist. And this has actually been something that they've done quite a few times. They have always, on second pick, prioritized their Uther. In fact, has there been a match that Construction Crew hasn't run Uther?
No.
This is 4 for 4, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They've shown that they really, really are prioritizing Uther. But I think a lot of teams are prioritizing him right now as far as their main support.
All right, but with Kael'thas into the back line, you kind of put a little bit of a strain coming into the late game because you know that level 16 power spike is going to be real. But Zagara out, Jaina out, Zeratul pick. That only leaves us with one more of those power picks. And you can see that it's going to be Zeratul, it's going to be Leoric, and even Sylvanas on the end of it there as well. Zuna, I think, is still going to be on that Zeratul. Although usually if you see Sylvanas, it's kind of him on it instead.
Yeah.
So would this be a KO, Sylvanas, I wonder? Because Zagara's banned?
Maybe. KO or Arsenal? Yes. Leoric and Sylvanas, though, yeah. And now Construction Crew have their next ban. So let's look at what they could possibly ban. I think it will be another support ban. Are they going to go after Rhaegar once again? I don't think it would be as bad here.
Remember, Construction Crew is going to be getting the first picks. So if they don't need to ban out Jaina if they plan to run Jaina. We know that they do have Jaina in their roster because they played it once now. Or actually, no, that was Crimson Mist that run it. So maybe they don't actually have Johanna. But either way, Johanna or Malfurion kind of seem to be the bigger bans. Because if you let Johanna get through, either way, Tempo Storm very likely for a double warrior. And we saw what happens when you get a Malfurion in that. Rhaegar won't be able to kind of provide the same overall. So it's the lesser of the two evils. But if Construction Crew doesn't or can't run Johanna, she's equally as viable a ban.
Looks like it'll be a Malfurion ban, so they are going to allow Tempo Storm Dreadnought to play Rhaegar, his favorite, even though they have been prioritizing Uther a little bit more as well. Now Tempo Storm have a ban of their own. What are some of the things they could ban here? Maybe they ban out the Vala.
Yeah, I was going to say, it has to be a damage dealer. And Tempo Storm, if they are going to be looking to run that double damage, this also means Country can't run Vala.
Right.
No, all right. It would have been a nice story, but it will be Tyrande instead.
Maybe they're a little bit concerned about the potential of like a Muradin Tyrande, and so they're just going to take out the Tyrande. They're saying, okay, we can deal with you picking up Muradin as your warrior, but Muradin Tyrande on top of that would be a little bit scary. They could have a little bit of a roam squad in the early and try to get ahead that way. Construction Crew now have 2 picks. They still need a warrior. They still need lots more damage. What do you think they'll prioritize here?
What could they prioritize? Well, basically anything that you just said is kind of right on the money here. Yeah. Tempo Storm fearing the Tyrande. That also means that they're not going to be running a Tyrande that last pick, which makes sense if they want double tank. And so Construction Crew does actually have Johanna in their inventory, which is good. But they're also going to get the Witch Doctor. And the Witch Doctor, as a specialist, is good if you can't get a Zagara. He should be able to do some pretty decent solo laning, some good zombie donuts, perhaps a little bit later on. But the Kael'thas Nazebo, I'm not sure that's enough damage for Construction Crew. So they might actually have to go into another damage dealer after this. And if Tempo Storm doesn't take Vala, and they probably won't, it's probably for Construction Crew's last pick.
Yeah, I do like the Nazebo pick, especially on this battleground, because he is so good at being able to kind of poke and stop tribute pickups, especially if you're like the rest of your team is running. Those spiders are so annoying. You can also catch somebody with a zombie wall if you're lucky to Tempo Storm are going to grab Rhaegar, and it's not going to be Vala, it's going to be Azmodan for their final pickup.
Okay. So, seeing that they had a Rhaegar and they don't actually need to double tank this, Johanna's already out, and I guess they didn't want to bother with the Mirrodin. They are going to go with the big fatty with the nipple rings. It is going to be Azmodan right there. So, Tempo, this, not something that I actually expected to see from them. Again, you know, construction crew probably with a Vala at the end here. But Azmodan Leoric can actually stack very well with Rhaegar. So what's likely to happen is the three of them are kind of going to ping pong a little bit, or at least two of them will ping pong, and Azmodan might actually just stay, you know, closer to one lane than the other. But the Mighty Swing and the Lightning Shield will set up for Azmodan's stacking game, if we're going to go for the game, and we probably are. It's Tempo Storm after all. So that's probably going to be their name of the game, which means Construction Crew has a really good chance of actually going past 757 this time, because it's not going to be a very aggressive Tempo Storm early draft.
Yeah, both teams are going to be looking more into the mid and late game because Kael'thas on one side, even Nazebo, if he's going to be looking at picking up stacks for Death Ritual, will be looking to go toward that later game as well. And then Azmodan also will be stacking up. But like you mentioned, Leoric is fantastic at helping out. It's not the Johanna Azmodan that everyone's used to.
Oh, all right.
Construction Crew are not going to run Vala. They're going to have Tassadar now. So
justice.
I fear for their damage output, Gilly.
I do too. It's nice to have Tassadar versus Zeratul, and that they're going to have that Oracle. They can even pick up Mental Acuity to have even more vision more often. But I also fear for their damage output, especially early on.
Can Tassadar... I'm trying to remember. Is it Tassadar, is it Abathur, is it Malfurion that can shield all the minions with a minion talent? Because that is one of the big... counters to an Azmodan stacking game, especially if you don't really expect it, right? If you take a talent to only shield minions and you see, you know, a globe coming in and you shield them, you can deny a lot of stacks that way. But I don't know if that's going to be worth kind of the effort in this instance.
It's actually Tyrael who can shield.
Tyrael can
sometimes
do
see him, yeah, with righteousness. Tassadar has some sort of minion shields. I think it's like minion bulwark, but I'm not sure.
I can't remember it off the top of my head, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to find minion bulwark. Increases the shield on minions, but it's just one.
Yeah, but it's just one. So, okay, that's clearly not going to be a thing here then. I know Abathur can. Maybe it's Malfurion as well. I don't know. Either way, it's not going to be a thing here. Construction Crew just taking a little bit more survivability so they can try to survive the damage wave from Tempo Storm. And as we load into this game, I gotta say, once more, I think Tempo Storm has really brought out this draft. Azmodan might not be a warrior by the end of it, but he has a warrior's hit points. And, you know, he's not going to be Johanna or the Mirrodin, but he is going to be comboing hard with the Zeratul a little bit later on. As well, Leoric, Entomb into Globe? Please? Oh. Hello?
Not to mention that you can walk right up and then drop the All Shall Burn, and once you have March of Sin, you can even move as they try to get out of the Entomb afterward, if they're not, you know, taken out. But, yeah, they're going to have such good push between Azmodan and Sylvanas. They have Bound Minion as a way of throwing just a casual, like, Bound Minion into getting a lane going and pushing well. And if that's on a lane where maybe in top and everyone else is bottom, then there's going to be nothing really to stop that, as this battleground's quite big.
It is quite big, yeah. And so is Arthalon. Is that what she said? I don't know. Either way, Zuna, Arthalon, KO, Dreadnought, and Soldier. You're going to be making the team here at Tempo Storm, and they're sitting pretty at 1-0 in this best of 3 to move on to the round of 32.
Playing for Construction Crew in the red, we've got Country Kin, Retrubtion, TJ USA, From Gore, and Sin.
On that Tyrael Charger.
Yeah, I'm loving it. The Tassadar on the Tyrael Charger.
Doesn't quite fit, you know, the Archon himself, but at the same time, it is a pretty baller. I think the funniest thing is to watch Murky's just kind of like holding onto the saddle as the Charger goes running around.
Yeah.
That is the best. What did we pick up for level 1? It is Taste for Blood. It looks like Regen Masters, Spirit Walker's Grace for Dreadnought there as well. And with the win this time, not Barb's Shot. We might actually, you know, I said, you know, we're not going to have that aggressive of an early game, but I might have actually lied.
Yeah, with that pickup, it's just going to be looking at more helping with team fights. But now we might lose Leoric here, who does Wraith Walk away barely. Retrubtion can't quite get the pickup on The Condemn, though, and Soldier will survive.
Yep, Zuna is going to be there as well, but takes a little bit of damage. Spread up to the top. Dreadnought is going to be there. Again, I'm curious, is this going to be a Soldier Dreadnought combo to get Arthur on his stacks, or are they going to be doing something else, like a Cleave here with Zuna, the mighty thing, and then, of course, and that actually does look like that is probably what they're going to be doing from now at any rate. It's KO into the bottom lane. It is going to be KO on Sylvanas into the bot. She took her sweet time to get here, but not really a lot of experience lost from either side.
Sin is a good hero with Tassadar to be able to combat KO in a 1v1 in a lane, though. He's very good solo laner, and he's got that Oracle to be able to check for ganks too, but I don't really know if we'll see Zuna going for much ganks. I think he'll be really trying to help Arthalon pick up those stacks, only going for them if he has, if somebody's blatantly overstepping their place in lane.
Yeah, so this is the combo that they're doing right now. Soldier is going to be roaming with Arthalon, and this means that Arthalon is going to get getting stacks in top, in mid, repeatedly. Zuna already throws out that Cleave. Here comes Soldier, and boom, 1-2. The entire creep wave was now just credited to Arthalon. And as well, Soldier, because he's going from back and forth and they're not losing out on creep waves, he's getting all the orbs as well for the reanimation.
Church and Crew are going to try to stop this right here. We once again still have Soldier getting very, very low, but still able to Wraith walk out. And they're trying to disrupt this in any way they possibly can. And I don't know how it's going to fare out for them, but because they don't have Soldier here at least, they are going to have to let the minions push in a little bit more. They might not be able to get it there. No, they still get the stack. So great job of Tempo Storm and adapting to the fact that they did lose Soldier out of the laning just a little bit.
58 damage and counting. That's at the 2.5 minute mark. Now, this is something that I try and I try and I try in my quick match, in my Heart Hero League. Every time you want to try to do a stacking Arthalon build, it's just so hard to do sometimes. Now, TJ USA, he's going to be in that wrong bush at the wrong time. But still, if you're looking at about a 3.5 minute, 100 damage or so mark, you're absolutely flying through this.
Yeah, it's something that is completely team-based in the early game too, is that you really have to rely on your teammates to help you out with that stacking, which is maybe why your stacking in Hero League didn't go quite to plan. But now we have the first tribute that is spawning. Frumgor started to try to get it, but now Zuna is up in front, maybe trying to take out Frumgor, but has to get away. Did get hit by a good Hammer of Justice from TJ USA.
Now Arthalon actually choosing not to farm that minion wave and instead just try to go for one of those takedowns. Doesn't quite get it, although Zuna in that front, he's going to put up enough interference, and Dreadnought was able to pick up that tribute. So it's the first one into the Tempest Storm pockets. Level 6s are now coming out there as well. You're going to be looking at 7 fairly soon. Sin, however, was not anywhere near that tribute fight. He was actually soaking bottom, came up, has decided to soak out the mid here as well. So the experience difference between the teams, not going to be that high. But there is this problem of Soldier and Arthalon because they're continuing on with the stacking game, and we don't have an answer from Construction Crew.
Yeah, they really don't have anything to try to stop it so far. They've been very unsuccessful in doing so. They've got some damage on Zuna, but still all of the stacks nearly picked up by Arthalon there in the mid once again. Now, Bound Minion has come out. He's starting to put some pressure here. It was in the bottom lane. Sin just able to clear it, but you can see that the lane is starting to push in, and with that Glove of Annihilation is going to be pushing in even a little bit more.
So, okay, I see a little bit of synergy coming out here from Construction Crew. Not only was KO actually pushing out top, now he's getting ganked, but I don't think Country Ken's going to be enough for it, and he should absolutely not. Those towers not looking so healthy. Second tribute now spawning bottom, but look at this. Roar, Knight takes pawn. I've never actually seen the Roar icon. I had to look at it for a minute there. From Johanna, she has extra punish and now extra condemn damage. She's looking to take out those mercs or those creeps as fast as they can so that Arthalon can't farm as easily. As well, we got Promote from Tassadar. Look at that.
Promote is nice. That is really going to help. Retribution is going to move in, try to condemn some heroes in, but it's going to have to get out and drop that Iron Skin. And we've got the second tribute. That's what we're fighting over here, as all members of both teams are here. Sin taking quite a bit of damage, is going to Plasma Shield to keep himself alive. Glove of Annihilation misses, and for now, Retribution might be the first takedown in this fight.
It's going to be Johanna. She's out of this one. Soldier's going to be low, but Sin even lower. Whoop. That's going to be a dunk right there. That's got to hurt. Country Ken and Frumgor got to give up this point. TJ into the bottom there as well, but one tower already out of ammo, and the rest of Tempo Storm just kind of lurking about. It is a dicey situation. What do we got for stacks? 132 here at just before the 6-minute mark. It's not going well for construction crew.
And that whole time, the bottom or the top lane, a bound minion was pushing, and now both towers are already down on top. So not only are Tempo Storm getting stacks, staying farming all of the lanes, they've also even picked up towers and got a push going on top of it.
Dreadnought bottom, he's just soaking a little bit. We are going to hit that level 10 mark, and this could be a 3-up, 3-down situation for Tempo Storm, because if they do pocket that next tribute, it's going to be a curse. And with heroics, with the curse, and the pushing power of Sylvanas and an Azmodan, you are not looking at a very good early game whatsoever.
Yeah, they have already lost both towers on top in the gate as well as in mid, and there hasn't even been a curse yet. So that's just straight pushing power between Bound Minion and Sylvanas, and now there are heroic abilities, and it's going to be a lot easier for Arthalon to farm those stacks as he's picked up Black Pool. They also have Wailing Arrow, Entomb, just like you mentioned, the Ancestral Healing, and Void Prison, and the tribute is a spot.
So, Retribution as well. Sin's exposed at level 7. I've never even seen the icon. It's very interesting to see a little bit of a different damage-oriented Johanna. But Night Take Pawn into Roar into Sin. They want to just try to counter-push as much as they can, get these minions down. Even in a team fight, they want to try to do as much damage as possible. But Tempo Storm's not even letting up an ounce. They just go straight for this gate on this keep. They're ignoring all the forts right now.
Yeah, they've got a tower down. Gravity Labs goes down on Dreadnought, but he's safe from Gora, however, is not and will drop. Now the keep is completely exposed to a potential boss pushing later, and the top fort taking damage. Mid fort going to go down, as that looks like to be the point of pushing for Tempo Storm. The only place where there's a push going in favor of Construction Crew is bottom, as they're just now taking down the gate and a tower with those Siege Giants.
It's still going to be Blessed Shield, got Gargantuan, Archon, Divine Shield, and Phoenix there as well. So TJ, he's just saying, all right, my job is complete. That's a heck of a pickup right there for Azmodan, but TJ's out. Not going to be finding him. He is not going to be quick prey, but still, Curse did damage. Top didn't quite go down, but there's enough to put up pressure. The mid actually did. They lost out their towers here at this keep. And this means, you know, because Tempo immediately going straight for their boss, they're going to be putting up pressure bottom, which means that Construction Crew has to come bottom to defend. And if they don't, of course, you're just going to lose a lot more pressure because there's going to be a Tempo push. If they did defend, Tempo would just go get this top boss, and the boss would walk straight to keep because there's no gate there anymore.
There's not, but there's still a fort, which is confusing me. I was really confused by that and thought that it would go straight to keep, but it's funny that they went after those towers, maybe thinking that the push itself would take out the fort. But if Construction Crew aren't watching, then it's possible that a bound minion push, which it is up there, could just naturally do that. But for now, a boss is going to be pushing up there to relieve some pressure. Unfortunately, on bottom, there's a whole different bear as Tempo Storm are pushing in a huge Globe of Annihilation, hits so many members of Construction Crew who are just trying to stave off this aggression.
Well, they're trying, and they're not getting very far with it. Again, Sylvanas, the augmented pushing power. Oh my God, Country Ken's not feeling so good out of that one. It does actually force out the Divine Shield and Retribution. There's the Entomb. We got a Void Prison on the back. It does avoid out the Wailing Arrow, but now Arthalon, there goes one dunk. He's looking for the hit on Retribution. She's going to drop, and now the invulnerability already out here for Sin. I don't think Frumgar is going to be getting out of this one, and Arthalon pushing and pushing. The laser hands at level 13 are enough for the third takedown. The Golem is still alive, Gilly. It's still pushing, and we could be looking at actually a sub 10-minute game.
They're already putting permanent damage on the core. Only Sin and TJ USA here to try to defend. The Zevo is up now, but it is too late. Tempo Storm take game 2.
Tempo Storm, the undefeatable tyrants of North America at this point. Absolutely ridiculous set of games. 200 and something, 260 or so stacks by the end of it at the 9-minute mark. I can do that in like 13, 14 if I'm lucky minutes. I mean, there is something to be said. The guy that made up this strategy, Arthalon, absolutely showing us how to do it on this map.
Yeah, Battleground that is not known for being very easy to farm those stacks on. They did such a fantastic job with that, not really ever getting disrupted from Construction Crew, which is really what you have to do when you're up against that style. They just never really found a good way to do that. We saw them trying. They picked up some different things to try to do that, especially with that promote, but it just wasn't quite enough.
Not at all. Construction Crew will drop 2-0 after their own 2-0 victory, which means that they are going to be stopped here at the round of 64. Had they won this into the round of 32, they would have gone home with a little bit of cash and prizes. And I actually say cash, but I totally mean Battle.net credit, because it would have been $300 to the team. So you split that 5 ways. It's what, 60? Yeah, caster math, good. $60 USD, which is what, probably all the mounts that are about to come out plus the hero packs?
Yeah, each mount is generally like, what, 8 to 10? So yeah, a couple of those, and then heroes. Yeah, that's just fantastic. You'd basically just get all of the new things.
Yeah, but it is not to be. Somebody had to go up against Tempo in the round of 64, and Construction Crew kind of drew the short straw there. So we will say goodbye to them. They were a fantastic team. Country Ken in the chat there as well. Good sport. You know, Valabot, praise Valabot, but we love you, Country Ken. You put up a heck of a fight, and you nearly made it to the 10-minute mark. I mean, it was an improvement. You went from 7:57 to 9:35. We commend you. Next time, aim for the double digits, and then we can talk about victories.
Yeah, they did improve every single game, and except for the fact they didn't get a takedown this time, but that's all right. They did stay in the game just a bit longer.
Oh God, it was 14-0. Oh, 6-0. Oh, harsh.
Yeah, looks like there's still, the match for the next one to go up against Tempo Storm is still being played. So it sounds like we might be able to catch them in game 2 and then get back once we have a victor there.